And here we are. We are ready to rock.
I'm Batman.
You're going to lose your voice talking like that too much.
I absolutely am.
Because I'm Batman.
Ooh, that's my underlying
Actually,
name.
I'm Batman. See?
I'm the periodic table of Minecraft, so it's not related at all.
Not at all. Not one bit.
Hi.
We're here. We decided to do something different after our World War Z little fun escapades.
Yeah, that's all locked and loaded, sent out, good
Yep.
to go, and we're going to do something a little different.
Yeah. We have a board game called Batman, the animated series, Shadow of the Bat. Bought this a while ago. Like,
This way.
on the Kickstarter, long time ago. And we've played it a little bit here and there. It's quite fun. But we decided, because there isn't as many miniatures as in like a zombie game, that we're actually going to go ahead and paint them up first.
Well, we're going to try. We're not professionals.
We are not professionals. If you've seen people that post their pictures of their minis and how cool they look and how awesomely detailed and whatnot, that's great. That's those people. They know how to paint. They've been professional. They do it really well. We are the everyday Joe Blow. We are the everyday man who just wants to play the game and wants to use painted miniatures.
And it's going to be extra fun, because with the animated series, we're not dealing with hyper-realistic textures or great shading effects. So we're basically looking at like two-tone at best.
Right.
So
There's like 3 or 4 colors.
It's good.
And that's it. We don't have to do any real shading to them. I mean, if we did, that's a little extra, but we might save that for like the hero minis.
yeah.
Today, we will we will just go ahead and do like the minion minis, like the Enforcer or the Hired Guns. You know, those guys.
Yeah.
You know, something that we can do like a batch paint, be done with. We'll talk through it all with you guys and whatnot, and what'll be fun is you get to see a fairly decent mini that you can use on the table that isn't going to, be crazy wild looking. It doesn't have to be. To play at a table, it really doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
We're going to get the colors as close to as we can to the minis themselves, but, to the cards.
Yeah.
Like, for an example, Dice Golem over here has the Crusher.
I have the Crusher. Ooh, look at this guy.
He's got like a tan pant, brown jacket, white shirt, black tie,
Black hat, and that's it.
gray hat with a black band,
Yeah,
white skin. Doesn't have to be white skin. You make a couple black guys in there.
yeah.
As long as they all are similar.
Yeah, Renadar, exactly.
Yeah,
Looks
good.
good at arm's length. Perfect.
And that's just what we're looking for. I will be attempting several, because there's only 2 beat cops.
And those will go pretty quick.
Those should go fairly quick. And while one section is drying on the mini, I'll go to another one. I might go to the Enforcer, who's another, just kind of beat 'em up punchy guy. Who's, again, simple colors. I've only got like 3 colors on here. I'll just whip them out. And then we got the Hired Gun. We got the Hired Gun. This
Yeah, look at those
this
numbers. Wow, those numbers,
guy.
black and white, these are easy to paint.
So, not too shabby of some minis to paint.
Yeah.
And, we can discuss, how to play the game and so forth and so on. Hello, Martin.
How's it going? Nice to see ya.
We're trying something different today. Doing a little painting.
Doing some painting and talking.
So, that's what we're looking at. We'll go over a little bit of the game itself, what we remember from the last time we played it, which was a while ago.
It was a long while ago, actually.
So,
yeah.
it'll be nice once we get into actually playing it. We're going to paint up. The minis are in the box if you would like to showcase what we got to paint.
Look at all these.
This is the first box. Those are the minis. The top row and the bottom 2 rows are currently, and it's hard to tell, But those have been primed already, and we're going to paint those. Maybe not all of them today, but we will paint some of them, many of them, probably today.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
So, stay tuned. Keep an eye out. Watch us. Our videos of the two of us, him,
and
this guy here, we're not going to actually be on the screen because we got cameras to our minis. But we got our little pictures to show who's who.
It took a little while to find one that didn't look really dumb. We're bad at
be almighty and all. Here's our painting setup. Temporary. We'll clean it up and whatnot, make it look better. But as you can see, this one's mine.
And this one's mine over here.
And I'm going to slide my chair over a little bit so I can get closer to my paints. And if you wouldn't mind handing me a couple of beat cops, and I think, because I'm going to do the beat cop, and
beat cop.
I think I'm going to do...
Let me get the enforcers.
I think I'm going to do the hired gun. I'll give you back the enforcer card.
Okay.
The hired guns are the ones on the bottom with the guns.
Tommy guns.
Yes. And the paints that we're using today, excellent. These are gonna go quick because, I mean, look at these guys. They're all the same. I mean, ooh, wow, hello. Let's turn this down a little bit so you can actually see this.
There you go.
These guys have been primed, so they're kind of a white color, but they're all identical poses, so they're all going to be pretty much the same paint on them. Yeah. Because you want them to know, you want them all to look similar, so you can go, okay, those are those guys. Because the heroes are all going to be painted completely different.
Oh, yeah.
They have their own special paint jobs, because... It's the animated series. They have their animated colors.
And when you're looking at the game board for, wait, who's this guy again? You want all of the mooks to be the same. Mm-hmm. I'm still looking at the camera like it's on.
That's fine. Now, the paints that we are using, and I need a gray tone. That's fairy dust. Here's black. I have a black.
Good.
And I have a black. You got dead black. You want a dead black or you want glossy black?
I'll take dead black.
Okay.
Why not? Dead black.
I am using a mix. I have the Vallejo colors. Okay. And we have, and I'll grab a little yellow here because I do need yellow.
We got the war paints. This one is on the side.
Yep. The Army War Paints. Army Painter.
Yep.
These are excellent paints that you can find at your local hobby shops. They do quite well. And I like them. Do you see... Not a shining silver. I need a gray.
Regular gray. How about Filthy Suit?
Filthy Suit. That's a gray. It looks like gray to me.
Yeah.
Because the beat cops are going to have that. I also do need...
There's a darker gray. I might use that for the hat for these guys.
I do need a blue.
Like
a fairly vibrant blue.
Well, the Citadel here has this guy.
What is the blue in that row?
This one?
Yeah, what's that?
This is contrast.
Okay, so, no contrast. What's that one you got there?
Try that one out. There's also
this one is McCree blue.
And some blue like this guy. Wasted Jeans.
Wasted Jeans. I love that. Ooh, what's that one?
This one is Crystal. It's a bit brighter.
Yes, we need the crystal. This blue is going to be great for the Beat Cops jeans and hat.
I think I might go with this.
You can't see it. There we go. That's better.
I might go with this. It's just a touch of purple and red and go for the coat color.
And I'm using yellow.
Just a little bit like that.
And I've got yellow for her, for the belt, the badges and stuff. In case you were curious about the setup, I'm just going to tip this backwards a little bit. Actually, I'll just pick it right up. What the hell? Hopefully I put it right back down. I'm using this thing right here. Can you even see that? No. I'm using this thing because, my eyes are bad, so I have to use something to zoom in with.
Let's get some good detail work on some other types of minis.
Yes, it does help to get some really good detail work.
Let's see. I need some kind of, tan for pants. Let's see here.
Okay.
All kinds of brown.
Wasted jeans. That can go back.
That's a little light.
There are some good tans in the Citadel range. I got a mix of good colors everywhere.
Yeah.
Bases, we can paint them black.
Yeah, make them nice and easy. Straight black.
Yep. But we'll do the bases at the end. What is that color? Is that green? Military shade.
Just a little.
Oh, it's a shader. Yeah, we're not using shaders on these guys.
No, there's no need.
So let's take a couple of beat counts. My dog has been up on the table. I see her hair all in my plate.
That's what I get for petting her, so that's fair. Okay.
Gray, blue, don't want that. Now, I have a nice brush here. I'm looking at it through my little mirror, my little window here, which is going to suck because you can't see it. And this has to be shifted because you can't see my mini. There we go. But these brushes, if you can see, they are super... This one's not too bad. This one is a highlighting brush for Army Painter. One of the other brushes I'm going to be using is this guy here, which is a Reaper Pro Paint. It's a 1000. You can't even hardly see the bristles in this thing. They are very small. Hey, Martin, thanks for the subscription.
Woo!
You now have access to some great little emotes.
Oh, we're so proud of these emotes.
Emotes like, well, where are my emotes?
Scroll up a little. Oh, you're not gonna be able to do it so well here. Oh god. Martin can probably see him better. We've got a very scrunched window with our emotes in it. Because you can only see that little section.
Oh, that sucks. And get rid of the emote window then. Thank you. Yeah, but those are... there's the bag of rice.
Bag of rice?
Yes, they're very tiny. If I go on here and I bring up... Can I bring up Twitch over here?
I hope so.
On the phone.
In the meantime, I'm going to get started on some of these guys. Maybe the coats first. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake my paint stuff.
Nope, that's kind of silly because that just puts me on to...
Oh, shake, shake, shake.
That. I actually want to bring up the...
paint stuff.
Oh, wait. Live? I can go to watch. Nope, I can't. I can't do it on the phone. But as soon as they're active, we do have a couple emotes that we can use.
Get a big glob of paint.
What's our stream look like? Pretty good?
It looks like we're looking at 2 plates.
No. The analytics, dude.
It looks good. It looks good. The network's working hard. Doing better than we were last time. And as far as the computer goes, your increase in RAM is done wonderfully. Oh my goodness.
Those are the only 2 that are available right now. It sucks.
It's a pretty nice color.
It sucks. The other ones aren't ready yet. Nobody's freaking verified them. But yes, we have Danny Trejo and a bag of rice because It's a bag of rice. And what did Danny Trejo say about a bag of rice?
He's gonna cook it and put rocks in it.
Yes, he is. All right, so there's my blue. I'm going to put my card for the Beat Cop right here so I can kind of take a look at this thing and, see what I got to do.
We just glob a first layer right on here.
Blue jeans and a hat. Blue jeans and a hat.
What a lovely color.
And when you're painting, you don't want to soak the paint onto the brush. Ooh. This is not going to go over too well.
Oh?
No, this paint is not... What is this one? It's a crystal blue, but unfortunately, it is not going to work too well because it is very, very... Did I shake it up enough? It's very thin.
Uh-oh.
These paints have been around for a little while, too.
Oh, yeah. Some of these are older in your collection than
Yeah.
even like some of your zombies.
And when I put that blue on, can you even see it on his leg?
It's like he's wearing a little leotard.
It is so clear, so see-through.
It's just one of those where you got to do like 7 layers.
I shouldn't have to. So I might switch to the McGray blue for a base.
Dropping my mini already.
We'll see. Let's see. We'll take the McGray, which is Citadel.
I wonder what in the world keeps these mooks working for Batman villains.
Especially when all they're doing is just getting the beat down.
Yeah.
The McGray blue...
Is that better?
Is all right. I'm going to take it.
All right.
I might put the other blue on top just because, to give it a little bit of a brighter blue, but this darker blue will work too.
Good, good.
I mean, we aren't trying to go for the animated style.
It's more the style than the literal color.
And you see, I'm doing this silly.
I mean, it is us. We do things silly all the time.
Well, no, I got out my big mirror here. My big freaking...
Are you not using your little magnifying thing?
I was trying to look over my glasses around it. Which means that my painting wasn't actually on the screen.
Oh, you silly.
Yeah, pretty much. And when you're painting a mini, you usually want to start with the bigger areas first.
There are some exceptions with weird detailing that, I've run into, but getting the big colors locked down first is generally easier.
Because if you make a mistake with the big color, when you're hitting the smaller details that are next to the bigger color, you don't have to worry so much.
Yeah.
Because when you get to the smaller details, you're going to cover up those imperfections that you've done.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of these folks who paint minis, and you see them that are gorgeous.
My God, they're fantastic sometimes.
They are not using a paintbrush. They are using an airbrush. And they've got these things set to a nice, beautiful color, or, edging, and, they're just phenomenal with the way they can do it. But me, no.
We spent all our money on cameras.
Yeah. And that's another thing.
And board games.
With these board games. No, not board games. Kickstarters.
Oh, Kickstarters for board games.
Yes. One of the key things with painting these guys is the fact that because I'm using the brush, I can just, slop it on there. And then when I go for the finer details, it covers everything up. And you don't want to put on the coats too thick. You want to put them on lightly so you keep details. And then you want to go back. Because if you look at this guy, I've already got the blue on him. It's probably difficult to see him, but, you'll see the final product when I get back to the other camera. So, while that guy dries, I'm going to go over to the other guy and do his pants as well. Now, I'm going to have to remember that I used this McGray blue. It's really the only darkish blue I've got. Got to remember, because when I do Lieutenant Matoya, she has to look like a beat cop.
True. There has to be a little bit of...
Because she wore the same outfit as a beat cop in the cartoon. So I've got to paint her accordingly. I mean, she's going to have some other colors because, Matoya was, a little different, but not so far out. So she's going to have the same hat. She's going to have the same pants and so forth.
True. I'm lucky enough that these enforcers aren't going to be sharing a color scheme with any of the heroes or villains.
Right. Yep, they're mooks. Big, powerful mooks. Now, I know I always tend to go back to, one of my favorite games, the game of zombies.
Shocking.
The Kickstarter is coming in a little less than a week. April 7th. So we're looking at 9 days from now.
It's going to be here sooner rather than later.
It's going to be soon. And we're crossing our fingers that everything goes well and everything goes good. We're also looking at,
Renner's got it right. He spent all his extra money.
I wish I could read what you're...
They bought more minis. There we go. I could talk.
You bought more minis?
Instead of spending it on airbrushes.
Oh, yeah. Just buy more minis. Nobody will notice. See, if you notice, watching the Zombicide streams that we have, I will probably never paint the Zombicide minis. Because that's just going to take forever.
I mean, even just getting like a basic skin coat on every zombie is going to take ages. Because you have everything.
But that won't be too bad because you can speed through them. Army Painter actually has some speed paints that you can use.
Oh.
And they are quite nice. Now, I am done with this blue. So I am going to carefully, and this is what I do to keep my brushes as best as possible. After rinsing it in the water, and you don't want to rub the paintbrush on the bottom of your water, because these are water-based paints. So they clean up with water. Is when you put them in here, carefully fold it and just spin the brush, and don't squeeze too hard, but lightly roll it out so it keeps that point. And yes, the point is barely visible because, this light is super bright. Still, can I turn it down a little bit more? I mean, that'll work, hopefully. There. A little better. So, blue is done for me.
Quick and easy.
Quick and easy. I'm going to go to some filthy suit war paint from Zombicide because it's gray.
It's a good dark gray.
Yeah, Marvel United has a lot of different paint schemes for everybody.
Well, that's because you've got to have a zombie for everybody.
No, Marvel United is not the Marvel Zombicide.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ah! Whoops. Now, I just put way too much paint here. Including this blue, it's way too much. You only need a couple of drops, really, to paint all this stuff.
Good.
One set of minis I do like to paint is I like to paint my Battletech minis.
Oh, that's right.
I haven't painted them in a while.
Nothing quite like a giant robot.
I do like my giant robot games. Maybe we'll play it someday. Maybe we'll convince Dice Column over here to actually play a giant robot beating up another giant robot game.
Maybe.
I mean, it's all kinds of number crunching. And we know you like number crunching.
That is true. It is weird, but I do love number crunching.
And it's got a lot of that. A lot of number crunching. Hey. This gray is working just fine.
Lovely.
We're just going to paint over Mr. Beat Cop's arms. Try not to get it on his face.
Although we'll be able to go back later if you do.
Yeah, but when you're putting a lighter color on something,
it will take more effort.
It takes a lot more effort and you will lose detail.
Yeah.
Which is something you don't want to do, is lose detail.
Oop.
Yeah, I remember way back when I got Zombicide to begin with, I was like, I love these guys. I'm going to have to paint these up. Then Season 2 came out. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to paint all these. And Season 3 came out. I don't think I'm going to paint any of these. There's way too many. And my storage system isn't very conductive of, painted minis.
Mostly because we toss all the walkers into a bin. Toss all the runners into a bin.
That's the point. We put everything into bins, and that kind of sucks.
Because they'll rub up against each other. You'll carry it around a little.
Mm-hmm.
Dig around for a specific character mini.
Right. That's how we do our minis. And I don't think that's all that conductive of...
Oh, they do have the marble zombies coming eventually.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh.
Did you go in all in for Galactus as well? Because, gosh.
Oh, yeah. He's talking to you because he knows I didn't. I did not do Marvel Zombicide.
At what point is it cheaper to get a Galactus cosplay than to get the giant miniature?
There is some good cosplay out there. I think I even saw a guy that cosplayed Galactus, and he had little 3-inch action figures hanging off of him of the heroes.
Oh, that's lovely. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's like the best. He's got all of Season 1 painted, then some of Toxic City Mall, and that's all you did.
You got a lot further than we did.
Yep. And then you got to consider Season 2, or not Season 2, 2E came out.
Yeah, second edition. Yeah.
Zombicide wouldn't be so bad to paint if you didn't have 40,000 survivors.
And you kind of want to be true to what their art looks like on their cards.
Yeah.
Because it's fun to just be like, oh, there's a mini, let's paint it up how I want. But you want it to match. Amy needs to look like Amy.
Exactly. Which is why painting up something like this stuff, there's not a lot to paint, and it's simple.
Straightforward.
You know, I mean, Mr. Beat Cop here, I need to do his pants again. And it's hard to put this in the perspective that you need it in, but he's coming along.
Yeah.
This paint, however, this gray, is a little thick. And because it's a water-based paint, you can actually take a couple of drips of water, if the paint is too thick, to thin it out a little bit so it goes on a little easier. That is also one of the tricks. If you don't have...
Dropped another mini. Galactus Lawn Gnome. Truth.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
If you don't have a contrast paint or a wash, you can easily create one by using a touch of paint and then adding water to it. By doing that, oh man.
Uh-oh.
Dude, you do not have a beard. And you're not that old, dude. So, pull the gray blob I just put on his face off.
You sure? You know?
Yes, I'm sure. I used to be better at painting way back in the day when I could see better.
That does make the arts a little difficult.
I mean, I had some gorgeous minis. But then again, it was still just a painted mini. It wasn't an airbrushing or anything crazy like that. It was just painted. You know, they looked good enough for the table. You know, they were fun. But then I took... how many years off? Good Lord. I mean, I painted up until probably around 05.
Okay.
Painting minis and stuff, and then I just stopped. You know, having a family tends to do that to you.
Yeah, running out of personal time.
Yep.
Can't spend a couple hours on a weekday just doing what you want.
Right. So I kind of lost that ability of painting, and then I got back into it. When I got back into playing D&D.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I didn't play D&D for a long time. You know, my wife had gotten sick with ALS and so forth. And when all that just kind of ran its course and so forth, I got back into painting and got you over here, met you, got you over here. We started painting, and I hadn't really lost much of my touch with the painting.
Yeah. You still do some really good work.
Yeah. I mean, Roderick was really pretty cool when I painted him up with his purplish glasses. And then doing the Dungeon Master mini from the cartoon.
Oh, true. There's also the paint and takes that we went to.
Yep. Yes. Oh, yes. The paint and takes. Because that really kickstarted me going back into painting. And they're not Batman related. They are a little dusty. So don't worry about that.
Boulder.
But
that is a good point,
you know
Reddit.
what?
I mean, having a dedicated space definitely helps.
There's my beholder. He's pretty cool looking. A little, like I said, he's a little dusty.
He's just been sleeping.
And then the infamous owl bear.
Especially now that the D&D movie's getting up there.
Yep. And this owl bear looks pretty damn good. Yeah, this dedicated space for painting is going to get taken down in a couple hours when we're done and be put away.
Just like our space that's dedicated for board games.
Because that space is the space that we're currently at. It's the same space.
Yep.
Oh, and in case you guys were aware, or not aware, because you're not, maybe you are, who knows?
Are you spying on us?
Because we're affiliates, in chat, there's a thing called channel points.
Oh, that's right.
One of the things you can make us do is hydrate.
Hydrate.
Or, if we're playing a game, make us re-roll dice.
If you get a ton of channel points, there's all kinds of, like, zombie things you can do to us.
Mm-hmm. But I want to keep the channel points as generic as possible because of different games we're playing.
True. Okay.
So, and you get those just by being here.
Hanging out.
Yep. Free.
Free points.
Everybody likes free. Now, my two beat cops. They are to the next stage. I have a couple. I have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 colors to go. And one of them is that brown over there I cannot reach.
Yeah?
The one right before the gap, that one.
There you
I
go.
think that's the brown I want. Leather brown?
I've also got this guy, Dirt Splatter. Might do you better.
Let me see the dirt splatter. Oh, dirt splatter will work. Actually, dirt splatter is pretty much the same damn color.
Oh.
A little darker. I'll use the dirt. You need the dirt splatter back?
Not yet. No, I'm still doing all the coats here.
You wonder why I'm pulling out brown?
I am wondering why you're pulling out brown.
Well, look at the beat cop. He has hair. And it's brown.
Brown hair?
Yeah, he's a brown hair. I know.
How dare he?
We don't like brown hairs. No.
Uh-huh.
Now, you see this paint that's a little dropper. Let's see if I can just do a little droplet.
Good luck.
There. See that little curl of poop-looking paint?
It is
does.
about the right color.
It looks like a little drop of poo. Little curl of poo. See, right there. Little curl of poo. It's poop.
It's like an in real life emoji.
Yeah, that's how that frickin' that's thick though. And with it being thick, I'm gonna water it down a little bit.
Just like you do on the toilet.
I don't water it down on a toilet.
Well, you poop into a dry toilet?
No. Comes out watery. No, I'm
Whoa,
kidding.
Whoa. Consult a doctor.
So, you see this big old brush here. Okay. Can I do this again? Yeah. See the big old brush? I know, you can't see it. It's Foggy Mountain craziness. Well, I'm going to switch to this little brush for his hair.
Itty bitty brush? Or just small brush?
It's very hard to tell the two. Very hard to see them. I'm trying to show them. I can't show them off very well. Oh, they're all like blown out here. There. We'll turn the light completely off.
Get a better look.
And maybe you can get a better look. This one's the bigger brush. You can't even see the other one on the screen. It's so super tiny.
So tiny. Good grief.
I mean, this is weird, but I'm going to go back to beginning painting here.
Really? Okay, well, you're going to see the top of my head for a little bit.
Can you see that? Look at the size. It's easier to see it on this camera.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that brush. And then the other one that I've got that I'm going to use for eyeballs.
For eyeballs. It goes even smaller. Good grief.
I'll put all three back here. 1, 2, and 3. Can you even see the other one? Let me get my head out.
Yeah, you gotta put it up against the white of the ceiling over there, else you can't really tell.
Look at that tiny
your
little
head.
black bristles. Because it's been used. That's how small these brushes are.
Ridiculous.
It is completely crazy how these are. But that's what you gotta deal with when you want to get into some fine details. I'm going to turn that back up.
I think I'm gonna let you do the eyeballs. There's no way I can pull that off.
With this, I think it's more I'm just going to dot the eyes.
Fair.
I'm just going to dot some eyes. But let's get this brown going.
Cross your T's. Although no one ever says dot your J's. Why? Because people don't like the letter J. And I don't know why. J's have a dot too. I don't know where this thought is going. That is fun. Am I good for this guy?
Hashtag J's matter.
Eyeballs get F right off.
Yeah, a dot of white. Yeah. Yeah, I cannot cross my... They all end up coming out with crossed eyeballs.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. I cannot use the glasses to see through the magnifying lens to see through to the mini.
Too much?
A bit.
After this coat, I can go over the other ones that just a touch.
Okay. Beat Cop hair, done. Beat Cop hair, done.
Lovely.
Now I will move on to the black, which I'm going to keep the tinier brush though.
Yeah?
I kind of have to keep the tinier brush because I got to do the hat and the brim of the hat.
Oh.
Yeah. Ooh, wait, maybe I won't do the black just yet. Because I got to get the skin tone in there.
Oh, yeah. Save it for later so you can cover up the skin tone splash over?
Yeah, I think I'll do the skin tone. Which makes me go, where is my skin tones? You can actually find those brushes. Amazon has them. Just look for... what was the one that I grabbed? Well, you have the Army Painter hobby brushes. But this tiny one that I'm using is Reaper Pro Paint. I know there was a pack of like 3 that was like 10 100, 5 100, and then like a double or triple aught. Oh, 4 painting eyeballs.
Oh, yeah. Get the, what kind of marker is it?
These are actually micro markers. Microns.
Not to be confused with the unit of distance.
Nope, these are unit of size. Like, I'll pull that one out and this one out because they're the same. Why I have 3 double Double fives. But these, if you can read them, have an 01, an 05, an 005, sorry, an 01, an 03, an 05, and then an 005. And you can't see them because I don't have them underneath there. These are micron pens, yes. The tiniest little itty bit, you can't see that point. I can't even see the point. Those, when you put your little splash of white for the eyeball, when it's done, you do the 005 and just go boop, and there's his little pupil. You're done. That's why I got those. I forgot. All right, flesh tone.
Hiding in the paint collection.
Flesh tone. Hey, look. Kilsa flesh.
Kilsa flesh?
Yeah.
I don't know what a Kilsa is.
It's that. It's Citadel colors, because they couldn't say...
White people? Yes, we've bottled up white people. Put it right in this jar. You paint it all over your plastic to make them look like white people.
Because they didn't want to have black guy flesh in a bottle.
Well, there's...
I mean, they do have orc flesh in a bottle.
Yeah,
but this is Kilsev.
You're allowed to be racist against a fantasy race.
And this one...
Jeez.
I'm shaking up the paint. I'm not... Shut up. I'm not doing that. See? Shaking up the paint.
You didn't have to make that joke. You realize.
No, I didn't.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, he has gone to the other room to try and open it. Maybe it's got open?
What happened?
Did you need, like, pliers to wrench it open?
No. No, I grabbed something to put into my mouth.
After all that shaking.
Candy.
Okay.
A Halls.
That's
because
not candy.
My allergies are through the roof.
Oh, yeah. Spring is sprung.
And the drainage into the back of my throat is not helping me any. And the Halls kind of helps a little bit.
Is it the kind where it, like, numbs you a little bit?
Yes.
Numbs the back of your throat?
Yes.
Nice.
All right. A flesh tone of a type has been opened.
Yes, after 1,000 years, I'm free. Free to paint miniatures again.
And there's only 2 beat cops in this
Yeah.
game.
Because it's supposed to be the hero saving the day generally.
True. But there are beat cops that show up. You know, and then, like, Batman has to help save them or whatever.
True. Or, you know, tell them, don't go in. I'll handle this.
'Cause I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. What a hero. Right out of College Humor.
Ideologians.
There just comes a point you stop being able to understand what he's saying.
Well, wasn't it... Was it College Humor that he has the Batman that's always talking like, you know, he's lost his voice and
Oh, yeah.
He's the one that's just goofy as all hell.
Yep.
Okay. Facial features. Painted. And then we gotta do the hands.
My cups have skin.
Come on, dude, get between the fingers. Gotta get under the fingernails. Wait, it's not that detailed.
I was like, your mini has a fingernail? Are you kidding?
Mine doesn't even have fingers molded in.
You guys are getting fingers? Just like the meme.
The meme?
Yeah. Panel 1, I can explain. Panel 2, you're getting X, I'm getting Y. Panel 3, you're getting Y, I'm getting Z. Panel 4, you guys are getting Z?
Okay. I got some face. I got some hands.
Ooh, and I keep touching the wet paint because I'm a doofus.
Yeah, that's why you set them aside, let that section dry.
I want to get the whole jacket done, at least one quick coat.
Are you doing one mini at a time?
No, I'm on my 4th guy.
Oh.
I'm just getting the...
How many guys? Where are they all? I don't see them. Oh, they're there.
Yep.
I was looking at the 6 guys that are standing off at the side, ready to beat you up.
No, I haven't even started on those guys. I'm just getting the jackets done for these guys because it's a big palette of color.
Yeah. It's like a burgundy color.
Yeah. Look at that.
That'll look pretty good.
I got burgundy all over my fingers already.
Yep. Watercolor, it'll wash. It'll water-based. It'll wash off.
Can you imagine trying to do a watercolor on these guys? Forget it. I'm not trying to paint a landscape. I'm trying to make the 90s Batman board game come to life.
Yep. This board game, a little bit of trivia for you. It came out a while back. There was actually a game called TMNT Cityfall. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay, that game uses the same system. Okay? And they were both kickstarted. The kicker here is they were run by a company called IDW, which has the license, or had, past tense, had the license for the comic books for both properties.
Ranadar got the meme.
Yes, he did.
Good.
And
finally a man of culture.
The Kickstarters went well. But IDW, in the middle of... Well, not really in the middle. It was near the tail end of the Kickstarter for Batman. After it had been approved, funded, and we were getting all that stuff, IDW said, you know what? We don't care anymore about this property. We don't want to do any board games anymore.
Whole gaming division.
The whole gaming division was shuttered. And it was not a pretty picture.
It's just a shame, really, because it is a fun game to play.
It is a very fun game to play. In fact, I don't know the guy personally, but I've talked to him. The guy that created the system. And once we play this, you'll understand the system. It's really fun, and it's a very cooperative game. It's quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
But he's off now on his own. Ooh, this is not a pretty thing. What is going on?
Oh, is the wind picked up? Are the electrons getting out of alignment?
We have lost 7%.
Oh, jeez.
You guys are probably still hearing our voice.
Which is good.
But the kilobytes per second are 0.
What?
It is bouncing back and forth.
Oh, jeez.
I cannot wait. The hell? I don't know what's up with the Ethernet. Everything else is golden.
Yeesh. Well, hopefully the audio's still going through. So that's good. I mean, Renadar's been talking with us.
I am going to have to talk to my cable company and find out why.
Again.
I mean, we're at almost 10% loss.
It's ridiculous.
And it shouldn't be because I'm not pushing so much. All I'm pushing is 2 cameras. So that is definitely a network issue.
Oh, 100%. I mean, your CPU...
I mean, we're at 9.8%.
Your CPU is just waiting for stuff to do.
Yeah,
now.
this is horrible. It is stuttering left and right. We are sorry that the video is stuttering, but it seems like the audio continues to trudge on.
Thank goodness.
Which, yes, thank goodness, that is trudging on.
Is it the internet telling us that we need to just get into podcasting as opposed to actual video? Oh, no. Oh, it is 10%. There it goes. God grief.
What's it saying? It's just spinning. It's been wonky for me for several minutes. Just spinning. Yeah.
Yeah. It's... Ugh. Come on.
I gotta have a word with...
Yep. Because that's ridiculous. It's one thing when you're, like, streaming something and it's like, oh, I've got a chance to buffer, I won't even notice. But a live upload, you definitely notice some issues.
Oh, quiet too?
Uh-oh.
Really? How loud are we, Ranadar? Are we good for you for sound?
I hope so.
Oh yeah, the wonkiness is back. We're fine. We're back to a 3 kilobyte a second. We're fine there.
3,000 kilobyte?
Yeah, 3100?
Yeah, like 3 kilobyte a second is like dial-up.
3 kilobyte is what we were dealing with for the last few minutes.
Yeah. And last time I checked, streaming was not a thing when everyone had dial-up.
No, you couldn't. I mean, this is ridiculous. Another case for me getting fiber in this house.
Oh, it would be so good.
Maybe what I need to do is just move into your place so I can use your fiber.
Okay. Hold on a second. Oh, I was on board until exactly that sentence.
Alright, a little drop of black. And we're ready to start painting some beat cop parts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna... Cause I got
Jinx, fiber is so good. Oh, I love it.
Whoop, hey! Wish I had fiber. Who is this? I cannot see without my glasses.
Jinx.
Hey, Jinx! Yeah, don't jinx us with the fiber. Oh, without the fiber. Yeah, we need fiber here. And we're not talking about Cheerios.
I mean, Cheerios are a great source of fiber, I think. Not that I eat them, because, usually have oatmeal. But
Oatmeal's a good source of fiber.
oatmeal is also a good source of fiber. Fiber at my place is fantastic. No complaints. Lovely. Even on like the super cheap plan with my fiber provider, it's super quick, super easy.
Oh yeah.
It's so good.
And that's the thing. I'm actually paying for
Oh yeah, you're paying for a
Spectrum.
big beefy
And
plan.
Spectrum actually is giving me they're giving me the 500 upload.
Supposedly.
And why? Or not upload, download. Sorry.
Wait, yeah, that's right. Hold on, 500 upload.
500
What are you,
download
on
with
fiber.
with a 20 upload. Which is really good.
If you're actually getting 20 up.
But I can't test the 20 up on the PC right now. I can. I can.
Man.
You guys won't see it. I go over to. I go to Edge.
Rural fiber. Oh my goodness. I'm lucky enough to be urban fiber, which is great. But I can't believe you can get fiber out in the middle of a farmland out there. It's nuts.
I am looking at, because I am plugged into my network with an Ethernet cable. I'm looking at 89 to 90 download. And I am looking at 8, 10. I'm looking at about 10, 11, 12, 13 upload.
It took it a second to get there.
It took a second to get there. But, I mean, why am I choking? Why is my...
No, what would be really funny is if you had the stream going down to make that speed test better.
Oh, no kidding. So, you know what? Good idea.
What?
No. Hear me out.
What are you...
Hear me out.
What are you talking about?
Hear me out.
I'm listening. I'm concerned, but listening.
I'm going to leave Edge sitting at the speed test window. Okay? I'll even run a speed test just for the giggles. When it craps out again, I'm going to run another speed test. Because the window will be up.
You think that there's some program in place that's like, oh, they're running a speed test, give them the boost.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised in the long run if it was.
Yeah, no kidding.
Good grief.
But, I mean, this is just, it's ridiculous. This should not be happening.
And yet, here we are.
Yeah, here we are with the holy Toledo-ness of the Toledos.
Holy Toledo.
And we're not in any rural area either.
No, we're urban over here. Next to a freaking golf course.
Yeah. Maybe it's the golf course that's causing it all.
Too many people taking selfies on the course? What do you... No.
The course isn't even open yet. Oh God. Trying to get the brim of this guy's hat. Holy shit.
Oh, man.
Okay. Thin brush. Don't squeeze. Don't squeeze.
Don't squeeze.
Don't shake.
You want me to bump the table real quick?
Don't shake. Dude, you're shaking.
Listen, I can only control so much of the
No,
shaking.
talking about me.
Oh, okay.
I'm shaking here, and I'm trying to draw a straight line.
I mean, drawing a straight line at the best of times is real tough.
There we go. That's what we're here for. We want to say, hey, you can paint too.
Hey!
Ooh, hey,
Radadar, thank you so much.
who's subscribed? Somebody subscribed?
For the Fiber Fund.
Fiber Fund. Awesome.
And yeah, Jinx, absolutely. Because, I mean, you get into it. You're like,
No!
What was that sound?
The fact that I just dropped him into the gray paint. No!
Oh, no. Oh, no.
No! No, the back of his head, and everything is gray back there. Oh, shit.
Oh, the Joker strikes again.
No,
Wet brush. Wet brush. Go.
I just got...
Go.
I can't. I just painted that area.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Quick, where's your bottle of turpentine?
I'm trying. I don't know why I'm talking in a high-pitched voice. It's not like I racked myself or anything.
Excuse me?
I didn't do that. I don't know. I just fell into some gray paint. And then my voice got high. What?
Like I said, Joker strikes again.
Rats. That sucks. Yeah, I can't rinse it because guess what? It's water-based paint.
Well, yeah, but that's why you rinse it, to get rid of the paint.
No, because I put paint on it already. If I rinse it, I'm taking away all the paint.
And you're starting more or less fresh, maybe with a little bit of a tint.
I got this.
Okay, all right.
I got this.
True. Worst case scenario, the whole paint just tumbles over and you dump it all onto the plate.
You know what? How about if I do this? There. Put all the paint over there so I don't have to go near it. Well, that was a big chunk of yuck.
I think I'm just putting the finishing touches on these burgundy coats.
Nice. I am working on black at this guy. And then I'll go back and fix his hat. And if I'm off screen, I am sorry. Let me know if I'm off and you can't see me doing this actual painting because, you know, I'm trying to show you that I'm painting. I know you can't really see it very well on stream, but...
Especially when you're painting upside down like that and you can only see the base of the mini.
Well, no, they should be able
There
to
you go.
see it
Okay.
somewhat.
There you go.
It's just the point that, you know, I want a little bit of visual for the folks that are watching and having fun.
Yeah, you can watch my side. 50% video is fine, right?
I mean, yes, I know I'm painting it upside down, but that's only because of the way I'm holding the mini currently. Because now I'm flipping it over, and now you can see that I'm rubbing all the paint off of his frickin' hat.
All right. 4 burgundy coats, done.
Yeah, I'm going to have 2 minis completed here shortly.
Redditor, you are making an excellent point. If they're only getting like 20% of the video, that doesn't matter too much. Oh, jeez.
I suppose. I mean, would you rather just stare at a screen that doesn't move? Or would you rather stare at a screen that actually is doing something?
I mean,
And not tweaking out on us?
to be fair, if I was watching a stream like this, I would have you on my second monitor, and I'd be doing something else.
Oh, and just listening to us?
And then when someone goes nuts and crazy, I'd look over and be like, oh, okay. But that's more just how I do it.
It's how you roll.
It's how I roll.
Sneakers. Sneakers. Or are they black shoes? What do cops wear? What kind of shoes do they wear?
New Balance? Maybe Adidas? Switch into a smaller brush. Oh, God.
Smaller brush.
Oh, God, it's stuck. There it is.
Okay. All right. This Beat Cop's looking pretty nice. For me. I mean, it's Beat Cop. You know?
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Renner was painting for a little bit, now quote-unquote working.
There you go.
It's good.
See? You're painting in your city, state, country, whatever, and we're painting here. We're doing it all at the same time.
I thought for a minute you were saying that they were in a city-state. I'm like, how many city-states still exist today? What are you talking about?
I don't know. It depends on what the country is.
I'm trying to work in a "This is Sparta" joke, but it's not. It's not coming out.
It's not coming out.
Nope.
That's what she said.
There you go.
Well, at least we got the "that's what she said" joke out of the way.
Oh, that's not shaking up. Shake it some more.
Shake it, shake it, shake it.
Crisis Protocol base splotch. Ooh.
Crisis Protocol. Who does what's it?
That's what Jinx is doing.
What's Crisis Protocol? Crisis Protocol. That's a Marvel thing, isn't it?
I don't actually know.
What? Wait a minute. This is a DC stream. What are you moving Marvel in here for?
Until Marvel or DC sponsors this stream, which is never going to happen.
Yeah.
Let's
Never going to happen.
let's tempt both parties. How about that?
True. Yeah, because we're not going to go into the which is better, Marvel or DC.
Well, I know my answer.
Here's a question for any Marvel or DC fan. Why is it that kids want to be Spider-Man or Superman or Batman? Why is it that they want to be these guys so much?
Just in general?
In general, why do kids want to be these guys? I mean, why do kids want to be orphans?
I mean...
Because that's all they're doing. They want to be an orphan.
I don't think it's the orphan part they're focused on. At least I hope not. I'm sure there are superheroes with a loving family in there somewhere.
And yes, Randar, I do agree. The Marvel movies have been really good. I mean, I really like how the MCU shipped out. I mean, did all its stuff.
The fact that there's an MCU and not a DCU?
Well, there was a DCU every 3-4 years. There'd be a DCU. And then they change it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, they need a cohesive universe. Yes, they have their whole Elseworlds, or they have their multiverse. You know, if you've watched the Flash TV show on the CW, you know, there's a multiverse out there. So, what the hell? Robotech.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, James Gunn plan may work. We'll have to find out. Now, speaking of Robotech, I do like Robotech. Macross Saga, you know, stuff like that. But the minis that I still want to paint are the big stompy robots from a thing called BattleTech, which is a ripoff, if you will. Yeah, don't say that. Do not say Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern.
I mean, it worked for almost every other thing he's been in, right?
Yeah, not this thing, though. Oh. Oh, that was rough.
Are you not a Ryan Reynolds fan?
No. I'm not a Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern fan.
Okay. Deadpool was fine.
Even he joked in his Deadpool movies about the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern film.
Nice. I feel like I should be watching more movies, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of cheesy, but it just was like, I started in on the whole mechanized robot thing when I started playing BattleTech back in the 80s. BattleTech is simply a fun, big stompy robot game. Although the big stompy robots do have support, like tanks and stuff and choppers.
It just seems weird to just have your military spend everything on a giant robot and give it no support.
Right. I mean, but the game itself focuses on you having a big mech stomping around with another big mech.
Yeah. Oh, there's a new BattleTech Kickstarter?
Yes. That BattleTech Kickstarter, holy cow. It's still got 2 weeks to go, and it's almost, I want to say, almost 5 million.
Dang.
Woo!
Heck yeah.
Mercenaries. It is crazy.
So it's just like unaffiliated faction?
No, well, yes. Their mercenaries they're a faction in and of themselves. I mean, you got Arendani Lighthorse, Kellhounds. You've got the Highlanders, which I love. Highlanders. Yes, they are Scottish.
Well,
and yes, well, I don't know if they wear kilts, but, I mean...
Okay. You almost had me sold with the image of like a giant robot bristling with missiles, but has a giant plaid kilt on. Almost.
Believe it or not, I think one of the mechs can be painted up like that.
There can only be one Highlander. Ain't that the truth?
And joke all you want, the Highlander is a mech in that game.
That's lovely. Are you only allowed to field one?
Depending on your battle force numbers.
Oh, so you can get more than one.
You could if it's a high enough battle force. Usually you build around the Highlander mech. Now this Highlander mech, he's an 85 ton. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he's an 85 ton mech. And this guy has jump jets and can jump up in the air and land on you. Doing what's commonly referred to as a death from above. Go.
Nice. Lasers, missiles, railguns. No. Let's just stomp you like Mario.
And if any of you were actually part of the Kickstarter from the the last Kickstarter they did, which was the Clan Invasion, when they came out with that again, there was a moment where there was one of the areas, one of the levels, where you could create your own in-universe character for the game. And I did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if you have any of those in one of the mercenary decks, is a character called John Vecken. And he is a mercenary. His favorite ride is a Jenner.
Jenner, I hardly know her.
I love the Jenner mech. It's a 35-ton mech. It's a light scout mech. It's got an SRM-4 and a couple of medium lasers. It's a good one. I like it.
Jinx digs Mad Cat.
Yep. The Mad Cat is kind of like the Clan #1 mech. It is it's what's on all the boxes. When you talk about clans, people go, oh, clans, the Mad Cat. Boom, done. Yep, there you go. The Mad Cat is iconic. And the Mad Cat is actually not one of the ones that they got from the Macross saga.
Really?
Or the Robotech saga. Back in the 80s, FASA, the original creators of this franchise, were given the okay from Harmony Gold to go ahead and do up some of their designs into a new game called Battletech. They were given the rights to do it.
Right.
And their whole legal battle arose, so forth, so on, yada, yada, yada. And Harmony Gold took it away, gave it back, took it away. It's, just an insane mess.
Take it away. Just like Red Hot Chili Pepper.
But eventually they finally did get it back. But these original designs, there's a dozen or so. But the designs were actually direct rips.
Oh.
So if you're looking at one of the, I can't remember was it the command pod?
Oh, Jinx used to love reading all the source books around 88 or so.
Yes, all the source books. I've got a lot of them.
Hiding in the basement, probably, if my guess is right.
Yeah. I mean, I was so big into Battletech back then that there were world championships.
Ooh.
There you go, that command pod. That is the Marauder for the Inner Sphere. Now, the Marauder, they didn't change a damn thing about the mech to turn it into this Marauder. It's identical to that command pod. Just like the Rifleman, its name change, of course, is, different. But it's identical. The original Rifleman, Warhammer, the Locust.
I'm surprised they could get away with making it almost identical. Come on, Andrea.
Well, that's just it. They were able to because Harmony Gold said you can use our designs and you don't have to change them.
Which is what got them in trouble later.
Which is what they didn't get him in trouble. Harmony Gold just said, no, we don't want you to have them anymore. You can't use them. It was stupid. It was a mess and ridiculous.
Well.
Yeah. Completely dumb. But then Catalyst Games came in. They were able to go ahead and secure the rights for good.
Good.
And now we have our mechs back because, to be fair, the original Warhammer...
Oh, jeez.
Okay, is actually Macross, is it not?
I'm surprised you have that within arm's reach.
I do. And my other favorite mech in arm's reach is this bad boy right here. Check that puppy out. Shadowhawk.
All right, Jinx. Thanks for stopping by.
2D. Yep. Have fun. The Shadowhawk 2D was another super favorite. I actually had a car back in the 90s. It was a Duster. But before I went and bought the Sundance Duster, I was actually looking at doing, buying the Dodge version of the car, which was a Shadow.
Okay.
And because I lived in Indiana at the time, with the military, they only required one license plate.
Oh.
So I was going to have on the front plate be Shadowhawk. And that exact pose. And that's what the car was going to be called. But I never did.
No. That's pretty cool, though.
Okay. You with the gray hair. Your brown is still okay. We just gotta suss across.
Not sus.
Okay. Did I? Oh, it was not a... Okay, never mind. The flesh tone has to come out now. And these two beat cops are almost done.
Nice.
I hope Jinx doesn't holler too loudly at his boss.
No. He's hollering at us.
Oh.
He's time for a meeting with the boss. I'll holler at you guys later.
Oh. I misread that.
You got to get your glasses on to read the comments.
True, I do. Well, then you better not holler at us too loudly.
Hey, oh god.
All right. Why am I using blonde? That's silly.
Yeah, who wants a blonde cop?
No. I'm using blonde for the yellow. Why don't I just use bright gold?
Is that an actual metallic gold, though?
Yeah, it is. But the badges, shouldn't they be like a gold color?
I thought you were still doing hair, and I was like,
No,
wait a minute. Okay.
I'm onto the badges. I'm almost done with these dudes.
Gotcha.
Aside from the base, I'm almost done with these dudes. 2 beat cops down, and I've got 6 hired guns to do.
Yep.
Which might not be too bad, because it looks like gray pants, a darker gray, kind of for everything else. Ah! Damn it. I squirted out a giant glob. Did not mean to do a giant glob. Remember that super tiny brush I was showing you earlier?
Gonna start using that for the,
I gotta bring that out now.
Yeah. Because those badges are not gonna be a nice large paintbrush kind of job.
Nope.
okay. Touch up this guy's hat. Get it back to a more solid gray, because the stuff that came out was a little watery for me.
Did you shake it up real good?
Apparently not enough the first time.
Because I have noticed that these paints, because they have been sitting for about a year, need to be really shaken up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That'll be good for now. I can go back later on, like, the...
Do a second coat.
Stuff. Yeah. Maybe get some actual, like, paint rather than this watery stuff that warped out.
Yeah. A beat cop done. Except for his eyeballs.
Are you going to do, like, little white drops and the marker bip? Or are you going to do just, like, a marker
I might not even do that. Because I got to go back and I got to fix his chin, because I just saw a black streak across his chin.
Oh.
And no, it's not one of those big chins like Father Chin.
Well, he's not a preacher. He can't have that big a chin. Do you still have the dirt splatter brown over there?
Do. It's right. Dirt splatter.
Oh, thank you.
I only tossed it because it could shake it up.
Fair. Shake. I'm going to get started on these guys' pants.
They don't have pants?
Well, right now, they're invisible pants.
They're white pants?
Kind of a light gray.
They got long johns on?
They're also splattered with the same color burgundy as their jacket, so I do need to cover that up a little.
What color pants are they going to have?
Oh, just a brown. A nice, good, solid brown. Just like the pirate in the joke.
The pirate in the joke.
So, there was a pirate. And every time the pirate was about to get into a pitched battle, he would go to his first mate and say, "First mate, get me my red shirt." And one day the first mate asked, "Hey, why do you always ask for your red shirt before a battle?" And the pirate captain, he said, "Well, I don't want the crew to see me bleed. I want them to think I'm invincible. And so, with a red shirt, if I do get nicked or cut or scraped, even if I'm bleeding all over, the crew won't know and they'll fight on." And First Mate thought that was pretty noble.
Pretty neat idea, sure.
It wasn't long after that conversation that the Royal Navy started to crack down on piracy and showed up right at the pirates' port, just as it was leaving. And so, the pirate stares down the Navy before him, turns to his first mate and says, "First mate, go get me my brown pants."
Bum. Okay. One thing I do notice with these minis, at least with the way I've been holding on to these things, I do need to invest in like a mini holder, so I'm not actually holding on to the mini like I've been doing. That might not be a bad idea.
I mean, the way my fingers are going, might not be a bad idea, but...
Well, mainly because I've had to go over areas with these two beat cops. And it kind of sucks that I've had to go over a couple of areas because I had to redo that. I need a big brush. How about you? You look big. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. It's called the Monster Brush.
Come on.
You're wondering why I'm going for a monster brush.
Because a lesser brush wouldn't satisfy you?
That's what she said. I'm going over to this black. I'm going to get a little bit of water here. I'm going to expand this black out that's sitting here. Because I need to paint the base black.
Fair.
I mean, their shoes are black, so the base is going to be black. Painting the edge of the base, too. I'm not worrying about the underside of the base, because you're not going to see the underside of the base, really.
Nah. You got the sides, you're good.
Well, I mean, you will see the underside, because there is a mechanic where sometimes you might put the mini on its side to indicate that it's fallen.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay.
And can be, you know, lifted, resurrected, whatever.
Does that apply to the minions? I forget if
I
that's
don't know if it... I don't think it does.
We'll have to check the rules next time we paint if we're doing hero stuff.
But I'm not worried about painting the underside, because you won't see that very well.
The underside of the base is not necessarily what you're looking at when you're looking at minis.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
What you are looking at, though, is a mini itself. And you want to make sure you get the edges of the mini, too.
Oh, yeah. It's a little weird if you see the edge and it's just like, I'm primed whitish gray.
And the reason why I grabbed the monster brush is because the shoes were black, so I'm not worried about hitting the shoes by accident.
Yeah.
I just have to worry about the pants.
Paint them all together.
But, put that brush over there. Monster, you're done. And I have, what time is it? It's 2:30.
2:30 our time.
2:30 my time. Our time. La 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 la. If I carefully pick him up, I'm not going to carefully pick him up. I'm just going to take the beat cop card, set it off to the side, and a couple of beat cops.
Perfect.
You can't see them. There you go. A couple of beat cops. At the end of the stream, we'll show the mini itself. We'll do an up-close shot with our cameras that are facing us.
Yeah.
So, but now, because I like painting guns, apparently, I need to paint some hired guns.
At least with the Tommy guns, they're not like Buck Rogers silver.
No, but they do have a light tan wooden stock.
That is a good point.
Now, mind you, the tan wooden stock is going to be a single color because it's not supposed to be a realistic color.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And these dudes, oh God. Oh God.
How detailed are they?
Well, the tan stock is going to be a little difficult to do because of where it's located.
Is it right up against the body?
It is.
Yeah.
It's underneath an arm.
Yeah. Okay.
The other problem is they got this big old frickin' stash. I mean, look at the big old stash on that dude.
Oh, no, that's a lip warmer if I ever saw one.
And you see the cigarette that's in his mouth?
Oh, fair.
That's also molded into the figure.
Well, I'm glad you picked those guys.
It looks like I can paint their outfits like a blackish gray?
I do have a dark gray over here, Necromancer cloak, if you want to take a look.
Necromancer cloak?
It's a Ron Swanson stash. You are absolutely right.
Yeah, and they all have them. Oh, that's a necromancer cloak. That'll beauty.
Yeah. Make sure to shake it some more, because that's the one that's all liquidy on this
I
side.
will probably use this one for their jackets. And then I will use black for their pants.
It's a good color.
Because unless, it's hard to tell. What do you think? Should the pants be a lighter gray?
I mean, it's real faint difference between the two.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, maybe the pants have to be a lighter gray and the jacket is this.
I'd be okay with that. Yeah.
So you know what I could do? Take a little bit of necromancer cloak, put it in with some filthy suit, mix it together
necromancer
to darken up the suit, and then we're good to go.
That would work, yeah.
That will work.
As long as you all do it now and never have to go back and get that exact same shade again.
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna slather their coats and their pants right now.
Yeah. That's what she said.
Whoa! That's some water, man!
Yep.
Where's my brush? Not the big brush. Well, I do want a big brush. I don't want that big a brush.
The medium brush.
So the monster brush can go away. Let's see. What kind of brush do we want to use? Well, that one's got dust on it, so no. Maybe that one?
Oh no, my brush is dusty. If only I had a thing of water next to me that I used to wash brushes in.
That one looks like it would work. But also, I don't want to slather too much. Because if I slather too much... What's this one? That's a base coating brush. Well, these are the big brushes. Let me go into the smaller brush pile.
Oh, are they organized by size?
Well, one is smaller brushes and the other is bigger brushes.
Okay.
This one's a little too big. Try this one. Oh, I like that one. I like that one. That one looks like it might be good. Or the Citadel starter brush. That one's awful. Freaking messed up. That one's really messed up. This one might work.
I mean, just like the paints, some of our brushes are older than others.
Yes. And some of them have been well used.
Mm-hmm.
Like this flat shader Princeton Velvet Touch. You can't really see it, but oh my god. Look at you could see it there. I mean, it's out of focus, but look at how messed up that is.
Yeah, use that to just glue to the mini and make the Ron Swanson stash.
No, I'm going to use it to slather his pants and his coat.
Okay, all right.
Although it might even be too big for that. Because I don't want to go too nuts. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to have to go back. You know, I'll use that one for the mixing. Let's take this gray, this light gray, and mix it with some darker gray.
Man, I miss watching Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec?
Where Ron Swanson's from?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When you said Ron Swanson, I was thinking Ron Burgundy.
Nope. That is a slightly different intellectual property.
It's a slightly different Ron, but same kind of stash, though.
I mean, one might have been a nod to the other, let's be fair.
No, Ron Burgundy was definitely a nod to 70s stashes.
Oh, man. Similar stash, absolutely.
Now, let's hope I got enough of this darker medium gray to paint all their pants. So I got 6 dudes that have to have gray pants.
They all share the same tailor. Maybe that's why they're with the Batman villains.
Because they go to the same supervillain tailor?
Yeah, exactly. No capes.
You know, I gotta wonder, why on Earth... Well, not why. It's never been shown where the villains get their clothes. Because wouldn't, like, a tailor go, oh, shit, you're the Riddler, and I have to make clothes for you with question marks on them? I'm telling the cops.
I mean, this is, in this specific instance, Gotham we're talking about. The city run by criminals?
I suppose.
Criminals around every corner?
I suppose.
Even the tailors are ripping people off to the tune of, being evil because criminal enterprises and whatnot. I would bet that the tailors go to their own super secret lair and price fix or do whatever evil thing tailors do.
The evil tailor league of evil.
The best thing about henchmen is the matching wardrobes.
Yep. Because even back in the 60s, the henchmen, the only way you could tell the henchmen apart was it said henchman 1 on their shirt and henchman 2.
Before people decided that cloning was an option. Just give them all identical suits.
Henchman number 1, henchman number 2. Biff, pow, pow, bang.
Did I punch you yesterday? Oh, we've never met before. Oh, okay. Kapow!
But you have the same suit as Joker's cronies.
Now he wants a series about evil villain Edna Mode making villain suits. No capes.
We do that. No, supervillains have to have capes, though.
Wait, so is she like a plant? Like she's there making the villains super awesome suits, except they all have capes and they all takes the villain down by using the cape?
Well, yeah, because all the villains tend to have capes and they get taken down because of the capes.
Edna Mode, you tricked me again. I do like that. I would watch that.
See, that's a TV show I am surprised we haven't gotten yet.
The Incredibles?
No. Not The Incredibles. Why has there not been a Marvel show? And I would watch it, too. Okay? Why has there not been a Marvel show for damage control?
Oh, you mean the cleanup crew?
The cleanup crew.
Because they'd all be griping.
I mean, wouldn't it be like a great show to watch? Because it's all the cleanup crew. You don't have the superheroes in there unless it's like a short little cameo of them destroying everything, and then the damage control comes in to clean up house. I mean, it might get a little repetitive.
See, that's the problem. You'd have to make it kind of new and interesting.
Would be a limited series.
Yeah.
It'd be a limited run series. That's all.
Or you could just make, like, one movie.
No, because you want to have a couple of different ones.
Someone stole all the trees in the nursery on Arbor Day. Must be Calendar Man.
Hey, don't knock Calendar Man. He was a good villain for Batman.
Really? I don't even know who Calendar Man is.
He was a guy, his outfit had a cape that was a calendar.
Really?
Yes, really.
Oh, no.
Or What about the other calendar? What about the other villain for Batman? There was a really good one.
I mean, Man-Bat comes to mind.
No. He's in this. We're gonna paint him in one of these versions.
Ooh.
Condiment King.
Condiment King?
Condiment King.
The heck is that? Oh, Ranadar's up for Julian Day.
My favorite C-list Julian Day. Julian Day. I don't know that one. Or if I do, I forgot it. Please enlighten us. What is Julian Day?
I guess the more correct pronunciation is who is Julian Day?
It could be a she.
I mean,
Oh, Calendar Man's real name. Ah. Oh, duh. Yeah, that makes sense. But yes, back to Condiment King.
I am scared to ask about this.
He wears a brown suit, kind of looks like a hot dog.
What?
And he has a thing on his back and 2 guns. And these guns shoot, you guessed it,
Ketchup and mustard?
ketchup and mustard.
What in the world? How is that a villain?
He was a villain. He was the dumbest villain in...
You want to have some relish on that hot dog? More mustard. Wah.
Yeah, pretty much. And Batman had to fight him, and it was so silly of an episode.
Jeez.
Yep, ketchup and mustard squirties.
I'm kidding. Like,
no, we're not kidding. There actually was, and he is a mini in here.
how did Batman take this guy seriously?
I don't think he did. Well, just the last year or two, another villain came up in the comics that he was a joke villain, but then became so iconic.
Really?
Well, not iconic, but...
Beloved, maybe?
the fans loved him.
Who?
Kite Man.
Kite Man. That's...
The guy was nuts. And yes, he was nuts. We'll just say he was nuts.
Okay.
Okay? PC or not, he was bonkers.
Wait. Hold on a second. Condiment Man was a stand-up comedian who angered Joker and brainwashed by Joker into being a super silly villain?
Yeah.
Or was he talking about Kite Man?
No, Condiment King.
Condiment King. But Kite Man went over huge in the new Harley Quinn show.
He first started in the comic book.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just a villain that flew around
On a kite.
on a kite. But he was the lamest thing ever. I think he was like...
Isn't Batman's suit like cape basically Kite Man?
But he didn't have any gadgetries or nothing. I don't remember everything about Kite Man, but it was just like the dumbest villain. But then everyone loved him. And of course they put him in the Harley Quinn show. It's just crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Do you need anything to drink while I'm getting up?
I still have my water, but thank you. Speaking of which, hydration.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even sometimes. It's like, we've got all these weird and wacky villains. Let's just throw some more weird and wacky villains in and see what stick.
Yeah, no kidding. We saw what stuck.
Good grief.
I'm looking at that picture of me in the corner.
Yeah?
It kind of looks like my mouth is bleeding. It's so red in the corner.
Just left over of the zombie plague you had to cure to get that photo.
But you know the gray pants?
Yeah.
I painted them all.
Hey, nice.
Now I got to work on something else. Like maybe the jacket.
And that way you can go with like straight necromancer cloak. If you really want.
I probably will go straight necromancer cloak.
Just a subtle difference between that.
Oh, this guy's wearing gloves. Great. I love it.
Ooh.
So only his face has to be flesh tone. Do you need the flesh tone?
I will eventually.
Okay. Well, when you do, I got it over here.
Excellent.
I'm going to get the bigger brush now. And I'm going to start slathering this cloak. This jacket.
Slather away. Just like a mispronounced snake.
And what I'm actually going to do is I'm not going to be getting close to the edges.
Okay.
I'm actually just going to slather the big areas. And then I'm going to grab the smaller brush to hit him proper.
Okay.
Because I don't want to hit areas and then be like, oh crap, I got to paint over that kind of thing.
That's what I'm doing. That's because I'm not very good at painting straight lines and whatnot.
You got to consider, I don't want to do this cloak.
Well, it is a darker color too.
It's a darker color, and darker colors don't look good when you put light colors over the top of them.
We know a little bit about painting.
Yeah, we do. A little bit. So I'm just tapping these guys right quick.
For some reason, and I couldn't tell you why, I've got the Jurassic Park theme song stuck in my head.
Which one?
Dun 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 dun.
I thought you were talking about the Weird Al version.
You know, normally that would be the case, but not this time. Yeah.
Not this time. Dun, 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 dun,
Yep, that's the one. Is there a dinosaur villain in Batman?
No, but there's a dinosaur cop. In Axe Cop.
That's a slightly different thing, but okay. Because I know there's, Sauron Man?
Sauron Man? What?
In, Marvel?
Lord of the Rings?
No. No.
That's the only Sauron I know of. Sauron Man. What the hell?
I don't actually know the name of the guy. I think that's it, but I could be really wrong. The guy who can rewrite DNA on the fly and turns people into dinosaurs. From Spider-Man comics, I think.
No? I don't know it.
I only know it because I've never read an issue of Spider-Man in my life. I only know it because it's on the internet.
Okay.
And the one panel is, you can write DNA on the fly and you can turn people into dinosaurs? Why don't you cure cancer? Sauron. X-Men comics. Thank you. Oh, and Batman has a T-Rex in the Batcave. I should have known.
Yeah, he has that giant T-Rex, but it's not... It was an animatronic thing.
Not
Not a real one.
not a recreation.
No, it's not something that, tromps around. I mean, Batman has a giant penny, too, okay?
A giant penny.
Oh, wow. Huge penny.
Just because? Art?
Two-Face.
What, like a birthday present?
Two-Face tried to flatten him with it.
And so he kept it.
Yeah. He's got all the trophies in his Batcave.
Can't believe Two-Face's trophy is a friggin' giant penny.
Yep. Yep, I remember one of the classic comics where he was, they were rolling this giant penny while Two-Face was shooting at him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just tinging off the giant penny.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, the comic panel you're referring to is from a Spider-Man comic.
But I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs. That's it. That's the one.
Why would you not want to cure cancer? Why would you want to turn people into dinosaurs?
Because it makes you a better supervillain.
I don't want to be a supervillain.
Do you want to be the guy who can just, cure cancer? Or do you want to be the guy as a minor C-list villain who turns people into dinosaurs?
Curing cancer? I'm the greatest superhero in the world. All that money I would get curing cancer left and right? Of course, mind you, I'd put myself out of business doing that.
I'm sorry, what? Do you have a vested interest in cancer?
Well, no. You're curing it, so of course you're going to cure it completely and then be out of business.
But unlike cures, curing a cancer doesn't prevent it.
True.
Like, if you eradicate polio, no one gets polio and you're done. But if you eradicate cancer, you just wait a little bit and it comes right back on someone else.
True, but while you're waiting, you can turn people into dinosaurs.
Okay, so what you're saying is this villain should have already cured people of cancer and become a superhero and is in all the textbooks and then starts turning people into dinosaurs out of boredom?
Exactly!
That somehow makes it worse. You had everything. Power, money, women. But you're just turning people into dinosaurs. What good is a gift if you never use it? You're a monster. I am only because I look like a pterodactyl. Oh, jeez.
I can't do this. I cannot laugh and paint at the same time. It doesn't work. Because when you laugh and paint, you get it all over the place.
At the moment, he is my favorite villain I know nothing about. It's so good. Because you can have villains. Thanos in the most recent stuff, and all different kinds of people that I see in Marvel Snap, but I don't ever remember their names because I'm awful. But Sauron, he's just great. I just love the idea of someone with all the power, and he's like, no, I just want to make people dinosaurs. I mean, there's got to be some good villains out there. Some good, meaty, I've sacrificed everything. I'm going to change the world. But you have to have, you absolutely must have the silly ones.
Oh, of course.
Where sometimes even the heroes are like, really? That's what you're doing?
Yep. We'll take a look at, one of the best Batman episodes.
Original Batman? Like 60s?
No.
Animated.
The animated was, I think it was entitled The Man Who Killed the Bat.
Oh. Ba-ba-bum.
It was about a slimy 2-bit crook who couldn't get out of his own way, really. And he fumbled and stumbled and killed the bat.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He did. And the Joker was pissed off because the Joker couldn't kill the bat.
Or torture him forevermore. Depending on which Joker you're talking about.
There was no punchline anymore because the bat was dead.
Yep, yep.
He had no will to go on. Yada, yada, yada.
So it's basically a what-if scenario.
Well, the whole thing was Batman had survived and was using him to find the villain's hideout and, finish the lair and so forth.
Oh, I see.
He ended up using it to his advantage.
So it wasn't like an alternate universe kind of scenario. It was this is an opportunity.
Oh, yeah. The thing is, the reason why it's one of the best episodes is Mark Hamill, who played the Joker's voice.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Greatest voice of the Joker, by the way.
I can say that, yeah.
Along with Kevin Conroy being the best Batman voice of all time. Mm-hmm. And y'all can fight me on this.
I don't know if there's a lot of people that would fight you on that one. That's pretty good popular opinion, I think.
But the Joker's eulogy, look it up on YouTube sometime.
Oh.
The Joker goes through this eulogy about the bat.
Interesting.
And, not being able to kill the bat and, so forth. And oh, it was great. It was great. You couldn't get a better eulogy. And every now and again, when Mark Hamill's at a convention, he's asked if he can do the eulogy.
Oh.
And he obliges and gets up and does that eulogy.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really good.
Cyanide pill or, an exploding whoopee cushion playfully placed in the Batmobile.
I'll have to look it up. Yeah.
Oh, it's a great eulogy. I'd play it, but I'd probably get copyright struck. So I'm not playing it.
Yeah, but it'll be good to look up.
Yes. Wind is
pushing those electrons around.
That wind is going nuts.
It was a pretty nice day earlier. The wind is going to bring the temperature down just a touch.
Just a touch. Not too bad.
I have seen a lot of the 60s stuff.
Adam West.
So good.
Great Batman.
Sometimes nonsensical, but that's what you get sometimes.
But that Batman was meant to be nonsensical, if you think about it.
Because he wasn't a dark and hardened Batman. He was, solving the riddles by just connecting pieces of information that we just did not understand.
Because you got to consider, okay? Each Batman movie and or TV show that has come out has been a product of the times.
Oh, absolutely.
So the 60s Batman was that campiness. Because that's what you had back then, was the campiness. Okay.
And it was still so fun to watch.
Frank Gorshin was the best, in my opinion, as well, for the Riddler. A close second is Jim Carrey. Because
Jim
he
Carrey,
did do
really?
a pretty good Riddler in that movie. It just... The outfits were just wrong.
But that's costuming, not acting.
But he did kind of channel an inner Frank Gorshin. But when you got into like the 90s, you know, you had the dark and gritty era of the comics. So, of course, you know, the movies are going to be kind of dark and gritty with Jack Nicholson as the Joker and so forth.
Probably my absolute favorite Joker, I'll be honest, because that...
Cesar Romero?
I mean...
With the fact that he refused to shave off his mustache, so they had to powder coat it white for his face to cover it up.
Oh yeah, Frank Gorshin is Renator's favorite.
Yep.
Oh no! Not only that, it's the reason Riddler is his favorite. There you go. Man, what is a favorite Batman villain of mine? That's a good question.
All-time favorite Joker for me is definitely the Heath Ledger.
That's fair.
Because that, even though I did not care for the fact that he wore face paint, you know, and stuff like that. I wasn't a fan of that. But he definitely exuded the crazy, I'm just going to burn it all down idea. You know, that the Joker kind of was. You know, for that era.
Yeah, because it wasn't so much the joke at that point. It was like, the joke is life, and I'm the punchline kind of deal.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
I still don't know if I can pick a single favorite villain. That's the thing. Because Riddler is fantastic. But I'm also a fan of Two-Face.
There are a lot of other villains, you know, the 2-bit ones.
Oh, and there's also, like...
Catwoman?
Catwoman recently has gone into a kind of a nebulous... Is she villain? Or kind of area.
She was always in love with Batman. So there's that. Even in the even in the 90s cartoon, they were becoming a thing.
Yeah.
But she was a villain, but she wasn't a villain that killed. She just robbed, stole precious diamonds and stuff.
Yep.
That's all she really did. Trivia.
Uh-oh.
In the 60s Batman, how many Catwomen were there? There were 3 seasons of the show. How many actresses played Catwoman?
I don't know. That's a good question. That is fair. An out for yourself villain rather than a conquer the world villain.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
But do you know the answer to that, Ranadar?
Because I certainly don't.
How many actresses played Catwoman in the 60s cartoon, or 60s TV show? There you go. He's got it.
Not only that, named him.
Named him.
Are there more than just the 3?
Just the 3. one of them.
Was it one per season or one per?
Nope, there was only the 3, and it was Eartha Kitt, or I don't remember the names, but one of the Catwomen was black.
Oh, nice.
In the show, which really, for a kid, it kind of threw things, because it's like, why is Catwoman black this time?
I mean, when you're a child, yeah, that does make some sense. And for the 60s, that's actually a pretty interesting choice as well.
Yeah. I want to say that was Eartha Kitt. Was the black Catwoman. But, I mean, they were all perfect. See what I did there? They were perfect.
Oh, she was also the voice of Beast Mode in Emperor's New Groove. No way. Why do you even have that lever? That's fantastic.
Oh, yeah. I think out of the 90s Batman show, this cartoon that we're painting up here, out of that, I want to say my favorite villain has to be Clayface.
Clayface? I don't recall Clayface.
Clayface was an actor. He used this. He was kind of like a Boris Karloff kind of thing. He was famous for getting into like monster roles and having the ability to alter his looks for the role.
Okay.
But he used this compound from a company that would help him with, changing his features. But little did they know, the compound was actually very toxic. And because he used so much of it, it actually started getting absorbed into his skin to where he could then model his face. He could shape his face like clay.
Hence Clayface. No way.
That's awesome. Biased simply because...
Just a little. Just a hair.
Just a hair.
That's fantastic. That's really good.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're looking something up.
Yeah, there was a notice that there's a live stream coming next Friday for Zombicide White Death.
Oh, is it next Friday now? Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Because next Friday is when my Kickstarter starts.
No, really?
Yeah.
Same day?
Which is 2 days after their Kickstarter starts on the 5th.
Oh, okay.
Because the 1st is Saturday, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Yeah, because that's why I did mine on the 7th.
Very cool.
I didn't want to start my Kickstarter on the 1st because people would think, oh, it's a joke. Joke's on you. It's a week later.
It's a meta joke. It was a joke, but now it's real.
But yeah, with Clayface, he ended up the crime lords ended up pushing him into a vat of the stuff, and he absorbed all of the stuff into his skin, and then was able to transform his body into anything and everything.
Was it just shape? So end up like a Mystique character? Or...
Oh, he was basically a giant blob.
Oh.
But he could shape himself into Batman. He could shape himself into this and into that.
Okay.
Which, of course, was cool. But he went on a rampage trying to take down and kill the people that turned him into this because he couldn't do the stuff that he could do.
I mean, it kind of ruins your acting career when you're a blob.
Exactly, which is why he went on that rampage.
Yeah, you made a good point, Redditor. A lot of Gotham's problems could be solved if OSHA just required everyone to cover their vats and stuff.
Can you turn that down, please, Mr. Nexus?
Hey, Nex, how's it going?
Bathroom time, I guess.
And just maybe some banisters in some specific areas need some reinforcing,
Little things.
Just the little things.
But he's that tragic villain simply because he didn't ask to become that. He got forced into it and it just shattered his psyche.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he then blames Batman, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. One thing leads to another, and now he's a supervillain.
Yep. That's how it goes.
Easy to kill, you just put water on him.
Really?
Really.
Oh.
The way to defeat him was to soak him. Then he turned into mud.
Ew.
Then he couldn't form, and then you're good to go. How's it going?
It's going good.
How'd your test do?
My test. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, tell everyone on the stream how you did.
Yeah, no. I'll say it when the stream goes.
Alright.
Yeah, rails on the catwalks over the acid pits. Absolutely.
Well, for that matter, why is Acid Chemicals still in business?
Well, because...
How many supervillains do you have to create before your company gets shut down?
Well, how paid are they to make supervillains? That's the real kicker.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's like, every once in a while, Joker's like, what would be fun? A friend. And then just pushes someone into a vat somewhere.
Yeah, no kidding.
That one didn't work. Let's try the next one.
There was actually a comic storyline called The Three Jokers.
3 Jokers?
Uh-huh. 3 Jokers running around Gotham City.
Interesting, okay.
It actually tried to explain why there was so many Joker types throughout the ages of Batman. You had the comical one, the comedian.
Yeah.
You had the I'm just going to kill everybody one.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had that mix. The methodical mix one.
Did it come down to the chemicals? Was that it?
All born the same way, but each one from a different era of Batman. All came together to fight the Bat.
It seems like Batman's a little outnumbered there.
And one of the Jokers, because I didn't really read too many of the newer comics. I was more an 80s comic guy.
Mm-hmm.
One of the Jokers actually didn't have a face.
Oh.
He had it cut off? Or he cut it off?
Ugh.
I don't know. If Slayer was on the stream, he'd tell us all about the 3 Joker storyline.
Oh, he's a big fan?
He read it. I know he read it. Oh, the one thing they don't have in this game, because this is based on the cartoon.
Yeah.
is the Bat Who Laughs.
Oh, fair. Fair enough.
The Bat Who Laughs.
I don't think that's, even for like a gritty 90s cartoon, that might be a touch too far.
Yes, definitely was a touch too far. Just like this paint I just put down on this guy's jacket. It went a touch too far over.
Yeah, that's story of my life. Had it removed. Why in the world would... You know what? No, it's a Joker. What am I doing? There's something up in that brain. I just don't know what it is.
Yep, no idea. I hope after we're done painting these that I can give these guys a coat of sealant so the paint doesn't chip off.
I mean, it does help that we're storing them in their own little molded sections as well.
It does.
Rather than what we do with Zombicide, where it's all just in one big bin.
But with what I've done with these guys here, and with the cops and how I was rubbing off the paint as I was going, I don't know if it's because I just put the paint on or what.
I mean,
Rushing through it, maybe? I don't know.
Just to prove he was insane. Yeah, there you go. Well, I mean, mission accomplished. Whew. Army Painter Matte Spray is a Redditor suggestion.
Well, I do not have a matte spray. What I do have, let me rinse out this brush because I'm actually done painting all these guys' cloaks.
Hey,
Their jackets are done.
very nice.
I gotta do their shoes. I might do the shoes in a brown because you don't see their shoes on the card.
Yeah.
Or I might just make them black and not worry about the painting over of the base. Oh, wait. I have two. Radar.
Oh, nice.
I have Aegis suit. Aegis suit?
What? Okay.
It says Aegis suit on it. It's a satin varnish.
Satin?
So it's Aegis suit. It's basically, it's a semi-gloss.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then I have the anti-shine matte varnish. So I got them both.
Oh, in California, yeah, I can see that. I mean, New York State's not quite as warm, so we do have that benefit here.
Yes. I do agree with the paint sticking and stuff. One thing I never liked with some of the pre-painted minis.
Anti-shine. Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
One thing I don't like about some of the pre-painted minis is like some of the Whiz Kids or Wizards of the Coast way back when they did D&D minis.
Yeah.
The pre-painted ones
Well,
in the blind boxes back in like 2004, after a while they would have this like weird sheen, this like white powdery coming out of them.
ugh.
It was part of the plastic breaking down or something. But yeah, don't leave them in the car a little too long.
I used to live in Texas for a while, and I can imagine that those didn't survive too well if there was a good summer heat. Because, let's see if I can get some flesh tones on these guys. Start with this guy on the left. Okay. detail work is the bane of my existence.
Do you need a refreshing beverage?
You know, need is a strong word. I would love a refreshing beverage.
A cherry vanilla or a strawberry cream?
As tempted as I am, I think I'm actually go for the cherry vanilla.
Okay.
Thank you.
I will grab one.
Peaking around 115. Yeah, that's way too hot. That's why I live up here now. Because, good grief. Trying to live with that is nuts.
What's he living with?
115 Fahrenheit?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, I was in that. I was in that heat once.
Once.
Yeah, when I went to Vegas.
Yeah, the desert. Of course.
It was 100.
Thank you.
It was 110, but it was a dry heat, and it felt so comfortable.
Which is fine, but California is next to the biggest ocean.
Yeah, so it's not a dry heat. When it gets like 95 up here in New York, I'm like sweating like a stuck pig.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not nearly like a heat level bad, but the humidity is very big.
And don't ask what an actual stuck pig is like, because I couldn't actually tell you.
I thought it was just a phrase, but, okay.
Leather brown? That's a good brown for his hat and his vest.
Yeah. You could also
and his gloves.
You could also do the poop, which is the dirt splatter over here.
I kind of like the leather.
I mean, it's fair. He could have a leather hat. He's got a gun. Trust him with a leather hat, too.
And he's got leather gloves, so we might as well make a leather.
Just don't make him leather face.
No, that's a different figure.
Yeah.
And that's actually...
That's a different property. Isn't that? It's not bad, man.
No. Leatherface is Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah.
It is pretty dry.
Oh, that's good.
Well, hopefully you're not in like a area of the California that gets all the wildfires.
With that heat, it might be.
Ooh. You know what? Leather brown's dead.
Oh, no.
I'll take the poop brown.
You can mix it with some of the beige and stuff.
Actually, what's that brown right there? Over.
Oak brown. It's a little darker. Might work.
No, I don't. I'll do the poopy brown.
Yeah, to slather your minis in poop. That's how you do it.
Yeah. This one, leather brown.
Is it dried up, done with?
No, it's coming out yellow.
Yellow?
It's hard to see it on screen, but it's coming out looking like that, and that's not the color.
Oh, no. No, Renadar is in wildfire country. They have spring, summer, fire, fall, and winter. That's a scary proposition. Oh, man.
In a way, I kind of wish I was out there in California.
Really? Wow, okay.
Because then I could go to my favorite museum.
What museum would that be?
The L.A. County Museum? L.A. County Fire Museum?
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense now. Yeah.
And you're like, why would that be? Oh, I don't know. Why would I want to go to a museum to look at fire trucks?
Also in arm's reach.
Well, so's the Batmobile. It's also in arm's reach.
That I'm less surprised about, though. It's a good classic one, too.
No, but the other one's within reach.
It's across the room, okay? Arm's reach is a stretch.
I had to remember it was over there. But when we go playing, I got it.
That, true.
I got the Batmobile from the show. But yes, I would love to go to that museum just so I could see and or sit in Squad 51.
Is that emergency?
Emergency. Johnny and Roy. It was my favorite show growing up. It is my favorite show still.
I'm surprised.
I love it. It's just a really good show. You know, I know this leather separated.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's a light enough color. I'm going to use it for the stock of the gun.
So it's not dead. It's just repurposed. Nice. Oh, it's a 9 to 10 hour drive from you, Renadar? Oh, man.
Oh, that's rough.
If you're an emergency fan, that's rough.
True.
For us, it's like a 2 hour, 2.5 hour, 3 hour flight.
9 to 10 hours? Oh, that's right.
California's huge.
Yeah. You know what's 9 to 10 hours away for us? Gen Con in Indianapolis, Indiana.
I mean, okay, fair point.
600 miles.
All right, and now the part I've been dreading. Let's get some face work done.
Oh. Be careful.
Yep. I do miss Gen Con. Oh, maybe just 8 hours. I mean, still, that's significant. That's a spend the whole day driving and not spend the whole day driving back. Like, get a hotel.
Yeah. Just to go to a museum.
You'd have to be a super fan like LingSter over here.
I would do it once. I wouldn't do it multiple times, though. Unless, of course, they were having some big event.
Some of the actors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The actors that are still alive.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a show from the early 70s, and it's... a lot of them are gone.
And that's just how time works, unfortunately.
Yep. Can't go back. We don't have that time machine.
But when we do, oh man.
We're going to make a hot tub out of it. No.
You guys can't see me staring. I refuse to admit that's an actual thing.
The hot tub time machine? That was a great comedy.
Yeah, No.
You didn't watch that movie?
Nope.
Oh my god, it was hilarious.
Nope.
Bunch of dudes in a hot tub, turns out to be a time machine. They'll go back in time and screw out their former selves.
Oh, they don't even go back to punch Hitler or anything?
Nope. No, they get pushed back to their former selves and screw things up.
Well.
But yes, they have a time machine that's made out of a hot tub. That's silly.
I don't know.
It's just silly.
I prefer the grittier, the nicer time machine kind of stuff. Like the ones where you're like trying to figure out if you're going to get a paradox. It is quite a spectacle, but the problem is I think it might be on the decline with you know the way pandemic has gone, the way in person has gone in general. The fact that Indianapolis has not been 100% behind Gen Con a lot of the time.
Yeah. Gen Con is definitely, it's an experience. I've been to conventions. In fact, I have a booth for FCCC, Flower City Comic Con. It's no relation to the actual Comic Cons, but it is a comic book convention.
Relatively local for us.
And it's local, it's downtown. We're not that big of a city, but, we got it.
Are you... No, come on, really? The catalyst for Hot Tub Time Machine was Russian energy drinks?
Yeah, didn't it spill on the control panel of the actual hot tub?
God, no. I mean, ugh. Come on.
You want to go back in time? Drink a monster.
What's monster in Russian?
Probably not what you think.
Unless they literally just do a brand name.
Whoa.
Like, do they call McDonald's in Russia?
They actually do, yes.
So they might call Monster Monster.
They just might.
Russian energy drinks. Come on. Chernobyl?
Chernobyl.
No, God. Come on. That's ridiculous.
A little bit of water here. Don't mind my face coming in the picture here, because some of my paint is starting to dry up that I need. You're wondering, like, what paint does he need that's drying up? The jacket.
Oh.
Because when you paint that brown on the inside of the jacket, you didn't use a small enough brush to not splotch the tan all over the place. So I have to cover up the brown, tan brown stuff with my black again. So it doesn't look like a big splotchy goofiness. And there. 6 coats and stocks of guns done.
Comedies are hit or miss for me. It really depends. It doesn't quite sound like my cup of tea for a Hot Tub Time Machine. Oh, okay.
What happened?
I thought Nex was going to grace us with his presence.
No, he came down to go, oh, no, I'm not getting on that stream.
I mean, the video's pointed at the table. You find sneaking by.
That is true. He could sneak by.
No one would be the wiser.
Nobody.
Brondo, you are absolutely correct. And I loved Idiocracy. It was just ridiculous. Well, Nagazga, I love you. Electrolytes plants crave. That was a fun one.
Would you care for a few stencils?
Oh, I would love some spinsels. Thank you very much.
All right.
Ooh, it looks so. Look at these. Pretzel spins.
So buttery.
Brought to you by Carl's Jr.
I had to step away just for a short moment
Yeah?
because my fingers tend to cramp up a little bit
Well, fair.
if I'm working on it too much.
Whenever you need to, grab that break, stretch them out, shake them out.
That's what I did. That's what I did. You know what? This is a perfect color. The primer is a perfect color for his shirt.
You know, that's a pretty good point. It's like just an off-white. Yeah.
Hey, if you've got any off-white you want to do, as long as you don't go over it with, goofball color, you're good to go.
Fair.
like a sourpuss in that picture.
Because you're not smiling.
Wow.
Just, have you seen Idiocracy?
No,
Really?
I do not believe I have.
It's a great little comedy. Do you
Matter
know?
of fact, I know I haven't.
Yeah? Okay.
Why do I? Okay, you can go away.
It's another time travel movie.
Idiocracy?
In the sense that the guy gets in cryostasis and forgotten about, and then wakes up in America in the future to see how things are going, and surprise, everything's gone to heck.
Yeah.
And everyone's dumb as bricks.
So, standard post-apocalyptic. Oh.
I mean, no. That's the society continues on. But, oh man. Like, I don't even know where to start.
This is supposed to be an insane detail brush.
Insane detail brush.
Matter of fact, I'm going to go with the shader instead. I'm going with shader. Man, my tube here is just...
Herming it up.
Yeah.
See? Alright, halfway done with the flesh. At least for the first pass. If you do get a chance to watch it, Idiocracy is a fun movie.
Is it streaming anywhere that you know of?
Off the top of my head, I have no idea. But between all the streaming platforms you have access to through, actually paying and knowing people, I bet it's on one of them. It's gotta be.
Okay, glasses got to come back off. I kind of want to paint the black for the guns.
Yeah?
Kind of.
Is there a gloss black you want to use, or do you want to keep it standard?
No, I had a gloss black over here. Oh, sorry. The Negro Brillantante.
Negro Brillantante.
AKA glossy black.
Oh. Fair. Okay.
Now I'll do the hat now.
Save the guns for later.
Save the guns for last because I got to do some black on them too.
Is there like a metallic sheen kind of thing you want to use for that?
Nope, just glossy black is fine.
Okay. Streaming on Stars. That might actually be one of the services you don't have access to.
I do not have that one.
Unless it comes bundled with some of the other ones.
Nope.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm sorry, I gave up cable so I didn't have to pay for all these, different channels.
I mean...
And then we turn around and have to pay all these different channels.
At least you get to choose. Like, to be fair, I only have Netflix at home. And Amazon Prime only because Silent wants Amazon Prime for shipping purposes.
Right. Because if you do Amazon, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah. As much as I wouldn't, want to help out a mega corporation, that's incredibly useful.
It is quite useful.
I haven't gone full anarchist yet. I'm still in society, doing society things. Because I have to, that kind of deal. No, Idiocracy is a great little movie. get little extra bits out of the palm of his hand so he doesn't look like he's got a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
You have to be a little bigger to be a Schwarzenegger. Although his face does kind of give off a Thanos vibe.
Is that because you painted it purple?
I mean, I've got one left. I can paint him purple if you really want. Give him a little gold hand, some gemstones. It would fit in pretty well.
My eyeball. Okay. So let me oh well. Not a biggie. Let's paint this hat now, shall we?
I thought for a minute you had dropped it back into one of the paint bits.
No, this paint is so thick it's kind of gloppy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I just glopped it right next to his shirt. On his shirt.
No.
That I was going to keep the same color as the primer.
Well, you could just reprime him.
I'm not starting over. It won't be so bad.
I have only recently realized that this guy does have hair. Like way back where his shoulders are hunched. It's really hard to paint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's hair back there. And I'm going to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
So I'm not looking forward to that.
I had to switch paint brushes. Because this is so gloppy of a paint that if I don't shrink the brush down, I'm going to slop it on somewhere I don't want to slop it.
You know what?
What?
After I'm done with this little bit of flesh, I might actually want to call it there, because it's getting on for our time 4 o'clock?
Ooh, it is.
And as much as I'd love to just paint the rest of the day, I don't think my little hands can take that.
No.
The spirit is willing, but the flesh is very, very weak.
Then I will pause on doing his one hat. I will call it on the one hat and whatnot. I'll leave the other 5 because you're going to wrap up that one guy, or are you finishing up? Do you have the other guys to do?
Just this last guy to finish.
Okay.
So I'll be done in a minute or 2.
Okay.
Choking on your delicious pretzel.
Mm-hmm.
It was a ploy to kill me all along.
So then what that means, how close are you to finishing? You're not quite finished on any of them.
I mean, for these enforcers, these guys are pretty close to being done.
Pretty
I need
close.
to,
So next week you'll probably be done with them all.
no, easily. I just need to touch up a little bit on the coat after doing the tie.
Sure.
And that'll be it.
And I'll be done with the hired guns next week. I'll finish them up next week.
Easy.
But the 2 cops, they were done.
I'll have to take a look at them here.
We'll show them off here in a second.
Yeah. I'm almost done. Just gotta get a little bit Done. Touch of the face. And then we can let him sit. Pick it up next time. Touch of the face. What? Alright, Thanos. You're getting whitewashed. I don't even know who you are.
You know what? I will just do this. Actually, yeah, I'll just do this. Pull all these guys off of this plate, because this plate's going to go in the trash.
You're not saving the plate for next time?
No, I have too much paint that I glopped on here.
Okay, that's fair.
But I will work on the hired guns next week. The two cops, though, are pretty much done. I'm just gonna... I'll take them downstairs into my garage.
Mm-hmm.
My garage. My basement. I don't have a garage.
A basement garage.
I will take them down into my basement, and I will give them a quick once-over, and be good to go.
Yeah.
And if I want his badges to shine, because of using a matte finish, an anti-shine, I can touch the metal bits with gloss paint over the top. Or use my gloss finish that's in a dropper and paint with the gloss finish on the bits that I want gloss.
That's a good idea.
And then you've got, non-shiny clothes, shiny gun. Or a shiny badge on his chest.
Alright, that's it from my side.
Okay. So I'm going to flip us back to this sequence.
Yeah.
And this thing here goes to my little screen. So...
Works for blood effects, too. That's not a bad idea.
It does.
Yeah.
Do you know about the Citadel blood paint?
They finally have a specific paint
It's
for
a
blood.
a technical paint.
Okay.
I've got it in there. Grab it real quick.
Oh, you do. Okay.
It is a gooey, globby blood.
I see. Fisto red, corn red, a technical spirit stone red?
Nope, not that. I actually have a blood. Maybe it's not Citadel. Maybe it's one of the army painters.
I don't see it.
Blood for
right
the
up
blood
front.
god. I believe that is what it is called.
That sounds right. Yeah.
But I have a blood in there somewhere. And it actually does glop on like blood, and it'll coagulate like a blood.
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that's
Some
great.
of the technicals that I have are, you don't paint them with a paint brush.
Oh, stealing my snacks.
I did something.
You paint them with a little tiny paint spatula thing.
Oh yeah. Like I know you got a little bit of like the terrain stuff for
Yep.
like mini bases.
Yep.
Okay.
And yeah, works good for zombies, for abominations.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
the two guys I finished, I don't know how well she'll come out.
That's
But-
really good. Yeah. Look at that.
I didn't do her eyes. I'm trying to get away from the mini. There we go. Here. I'll move. Put the mini away. So,
Freeze, criminal scum.
that's not too bad. And then there's another guy right here. There's two of them. They can talk.
Why do we have our missiles drawn if we're talking? I don't know. I'm stuck like this.
I'm going to shoot the ground.
Dance.
But, I mean, they will work because you're going to find them, for an example. I'll quickly switch back to the painting cam. You're going to see the mini on the table. No, you cannot open that. That's for school.
Ooh.
And you cannot take that upstairs.
Okay, sir.
But, I mean, on the table, they're going to look just fine. And if you're looking at the table a little sideways, you know, the cop is going to be just fine.
They don't need to be photorealistic. That's perfect, especially for the 90s cartoon style.
You definitely do not need photorealism for these minis. And when we do the TMNT stuff, we're not going to need it for them either.
Let's get this guy right up there.
And that's looking pretty good.
It's going to be focused on me, I guess. But
Yeah. They have a focusing where they just focus.
And if you put it back here where you can see it's real tiny. But
And then you're all pixelated. Here. Let me see if I can get a better look over here.
there you go. There you go.
I mean, that's a cartoon mook.
Yep.
A little touch up on his leg back here where there's a little white.
Ooh. I mean, yeah, definitely have
But
to go back and touch it up.
That's because when you're handling it, when it's still drying, it tends to sort of rub off a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And if we...
I'm painted up a little bit.
Yeah. I am going to suggest we do not put these guys back.
We'll let them dry out a bit first. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I have shelving space right here.
Oh.
Right over here.
In arm's reach.
In arm's reach. And I will put them up on a shelf for the week. So next week we can finish them up.
Get right back at it. Yeah.
And then after next week, we will probably do a Q&A for the Kickstarter because it'll be 2 weeks into the Kickstarter.
That's true. And then...
And then we'll go back to more painting and stuff like that.
Get some heroes done, maybe.
Yep. And, of course, Saturday, we're not doing the kapow! Or the wham! Or the splat.
I'm surprised you can point in the right direction. Is that splat? That's splat. Down here.
Yep. We're going to go back to some Undead or Alive.
Yeah.
Mission 8, I believe.
Out of 10.
Out of 10. We're getting close. And we may even have... How many arms have I got? I got enough.
Little do you know.
I even have this in arm's reach.
Oh, yeah.
Ta-da!
Silent was kind enough to make an embroidered logo
Yes.
for LingSter Games. It is super snazzy. Really good.
And she also did something else that we gave away on the stream.
Oh, yeah.
We had one winner because I said I was keeping one for myself as well.
And so check out the Zombicide head. Rawr. Which is really good.
And boy,
I'm guessing LingSter's got maybe 6 or 7 arms at this point. It's
well,
hard
that
to
one was
tell.
A bit farther away. I couldn't just reach it. I had to walk. I had to walk for that one.
What superhero was it?
Doc Ock with the 8 arms?
No, it's actually it was a specific webcomic character. It's kind of like Spider-Girl, but like Arachnid Lady or something. I don't know exactly what it was. But she masqueraded in the daytime as a slightly larger girl because 6 arms were curled around herself, hidden under sweaters.
Mmm.
And when she became superheroine, she would, take the sweaters off, get into her actual outfit, and have 8 arms. Or 6 arms and 2 legs. I don't actually know how that went. Really vague on the details.
No, but I think I used to read that comic.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I think I used to. Or a comic similar to it.
Something like that.
Yeah. Back when I used to work in a cubicle. And of course...
Work in a cubicle?
Yeah, I read comics all day long.
I mean, IT. That's somehow the way it goes.
Yes, IT. But, we're done here. Thanks for showing up.
Thank you very much.
Thank you again, Randadar. We will catch you all on the next one.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye, yeah.